My name is Daniel Johnson Kim, that's Johnson-Kim, and I'm the editor-in-chief of The Optimist and student director of the JMC Network, which is the student media at Abilene Christian University. I usually write a news story a week, write column, editorials, something's breaking. I write, I've written feature stories, but I was writing all the time. And but more than that, I was designing a lot, and I was editing and helping other people. It starts out with story assignments. We give all the assignments out for what's going to be inside of an issue, and the stories come in, and I'm given a piece of paper, and I work with the managing editor and the chief photographer, and then the video person to see what videos we have and photos we have to go with stories. We plan out the entire paper. Basically, this is on this page, this is on this page, and then we give it to all the page designers, and they design the page. And then we have a lot of times we have stuff coming in last minute, and that's because we're all students. We got stuff going on, but you know, generally we're trying to get the paper out Tuesday evening to the reporter news who prints it, and then after everyone designs the pages and the copy editors look over it, I send the paper and I send the pages, and then it gets printed, and you can see it the next day. We put up pages that need to be copy edited, and when they're done, we write D-O-N-E, and then I send them. This is the finished product when it's all done. It comes out and it prints, and all the hard work is right here. But we also have a lot of stuff that goes online on our website, and then we have videos, and we have slideshows, and we have stuff that's more in-depth than what you can find in the paper product. We got what's going on, and we're the people that hopefully you find your news from when it comes to ACU, so that's what I really enjoy about it. And it's definitely a place where we are in charge, and so we're able to learn how things are going in the real world. At least try and mimic it and do the best that we can, and make mistakes, but learn from those mistakes.
Leave it.
No. If it's a really big paper, it could take a long time. On average, I was up here till about 2 a.m. at least 3 times a week. And there were several times when I didn't sleep at all. And one time I actually just passed out on my floor. I was like, oh, I'm so tired. Screw it. Just like passed out on the floor, was out. And then I woke up and I was like, oh, I got class. And I run the class wearing the same clothes, probably smelling pretty bad. But it was all part of the fun. I have a couple of favorite memories. Mostly the late nights of people just up here really late, getting cranky. And there are a lot of those. There was, several of those. Sing Song, Homecoming, special sections, 2 special sections, big newspapers, election day. There was just a lot going on, and everyone was always up here late. So I'm going to have a lot of those memories. It's now 1:37. And we just sent the last paper of the year for this staff. Yeah! Woo! Look at Sandra. She can barely contain her excitement. I think the best memory I have is the time whenever you just come in and you find out there's a fire, and then I just grab 2 people and say, hey, this is where you write a fire story. Get out of here. And the times when you're almost done, you're like, oh great, this is, we're out of here, and all of a sudden you get a call and you find out that somebody left a noose in somebody's chair, and so you have to you're almost done and you're freaking out on top of that. I was out of town for that, for the initial one, which was interesting. A lot of memories, a lot of stressful days, but a lot of rewarding ends. So one thing you learn about this job is that people are going to complain no matter what. Everyone always has a criticism, and you just got to get used to it. That's just human nature. I got this from an advisor, Kenneth Pybus. He told me, he said, in the news business, you're hardly ever going to get people call in and say, that was a great story, way to go, or you're doing great, because they expect that. They're not going to sit there and pat you on the back like you're a 5-year-old because you do something you're supposed to be doing. But as far as people writing in and stuff, we'll print your stuff. If you disagree with us completely, that's fine. We just are glad that you're joining the conversation. I have a saying that if everybody accuses you of being biased, then you really know that you're objective. If you make everybody mad, well then you're being fair. So that's just how I look at it. Group hug, bring it in, bring it in. Bring it in. I wish they knew just how much work it is, how much people put in their lives into this, and how much they really do care about it. I would do this all over again in a heartbeat, because I learned so much. I'd rather have a small paycheck and a fulfilling job than a big paycheck and just a dismal life. I know that was really wordy, but I never shut up.